This is the story of a boy who couldn't see but whose eyes were opened by a stray dog who loved him very much. Eli was a blind boy who lived in a quiet little town with his mom. People passing by would often stop and stare at him because they couldn't believe how lonely he was. But they never stopped to ask if he was okay. You see, most people thought he was just another weird kid who was different. And so they judged him before even getting to know him. Every day when Eli finished school, he would go sit by the river and imagine what the world would look like if he could see. He felt the soft grass under his feet, listened to the birds singing, and tried to picture their colors. Sometimes he would close his eyes and imagine that he was a superhero with special vision that could see beyond the physical world. He felt music in his soul and tasted sweetness in the air. And though he was blind, he saw more beauty than anyone else in town. One day, while sitting by the river, Eli saw a small brown dog drinking water. The dog looked up and noticed Eli staring at him. The dog wagged his tail and barked once before jumping into Eli's arms. Eli felt the dog's wet nose nudging him and his tail wagging against his legs. Eli loved dogs, so he petted the dog, gave him some of his snacks, and walked him home. When Eli's mom saw the dog, she asked, "Where did you get that dog, honey?" Eli replied, "I found him by the river. Can I keep him, please, Mom?" His mom said, "Of course, you can keep him. Why wouldn't I let you? You need a friend, and so does he." Eli's mom gave the dog some food and water, and then Eli took the dog outside to play. He named the dog Brush because he wanted to be an artist and make beautiful paintings one day. As the days passed, Eli noticed something very interesting. Whenever he sat down to draw a picture, Brush would come and sit next to him. At first, Eli thought it was just because he liked spending time with his owner. But then he started to notice that Brush would lick his fingers while he was drawing. Eli wasn't sure if he was imagining things or not, but he started to think that Brush wanted to paint, too. So Eli got a small piece of paper, dipped it in some water, and put it in front of the dog. He then said, "Lick the paper, Brush," and the dog did it without hesitation. When Eli pulled the paper away, there was a small mark left on it. Eli's eyes widened because he realized that Brush had just painted a perfect blue circle. Eli started to laugh and jump up and down because he was so happy. He gave Brush a big hug and said, "You're a natural, boy." From that day on, Eli and Brush would spend hours painting together. Eli would describe to Brush what he wanted to paint, and the dog would use his mouth to hold the paintbrush and create beautiful pieces of art. At first, the paintings were simple shapes and lines, but as time went on, they became more detailed and colorful. Brush was a very smart dog, and he learned how to dip the paintbrush in the paint and make different marks on the paper. He also learned how to use his paws to help him hold the paper steady. One day, Eli and his mom took some of Brush's paintings to the local art show. When people saw that a dog had painted them, they were amazed and started to clap. Everyone in town was proud of Brush and loved his unique style. Some people even offered to buy his paintings for a lot of money, but Eli and his mom said that they didn't want to sell them. They just wanted to show everyone that a blind boy and his dog could do something amazing together. And that's exactly what they did. Eli and Brush became famous in the town for their beautiful paintings. And everyone loved to come and watch them create art together. Eli was no longer the weird blind kid, but a talented artist who saw the world in a different way. And all because he had a dog who loved him very much. The end. Do you have a furry friend who brings a smile to your face? Share your stories with us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming animal adventures. Until next time.